All right, let's see what we have this pack. Well, to me, this is a pretty easy pick. So, red, best color at the common level for sure. And this is a top 3 common, just a very efficient removal spell. So, nothing even comes close. Like, this pack is terrible on the second pick. We luckily get the only useful card out of it. Like, there's a lot of okay filler, but we've got the goodie. Another not so good pack, but I think the pick is pretty clear. Drog Skull Infantry is just a hyper efficient 2-drop. Gluttonous Guest is decent. I think Infantry is better than him. Kessig Flame Breather is quite good. Definitely quite good, but you have to be in the deck for it before it gets good. So I'm going to go ahead and take this Infantry from this position. Okay, and looking at the red lanes, and nothing we want to continue here. The white lanes, and nothing too great. Like, they're okay filler. There's a Ceremonial Knife, which is decent in some decks, especially blue-white. Maybe Undead Butler is just the best 2-drop in this pack. It's not what you want to see. You don't want to see what we're seeing right now. That's for sure. This at least is premium in a few decks. Okay. A decent red 2-drop or a Wolf Strike. I mean, I'll probably just stay ultra open and take the Wolf Strike. Not sure if I should really be letting this Bloodpell Celebrant pass, but I find it's very okay. And Wolf Strike is top 2 green common. So, I just think Celebrant isn't like much of a premium 2-drop as it looks. I think it's very solid, but I'm going to go ahead with the Wolf Strike. We'll see what kind of direction we get here. Okay, well, Fearful Villager, good red filler. Fierce Retribution is good white, white removal, so that might be a signal. Vampire's Vengeance, it wrecks some decks, especially blue-white, but I haven't been too impressed by it. I think it's quite good, but I might just go with the Retribution here. We stock up on all these removal spells and see what the open color is, but it looks like it might be white and red. We'll have to see. Okay, well, it's blue. And while Lantern Bearer is the best blue common, Brine Comber's just insane. Like, Brine Comber's insane. We're thinking white might be a main color, so how I look at like this multi-lane pick is that a lot of times you just want to take the single blue card because it leaves you open to like maybe blue-red, blue-black type of things, but we've already got 2 good white cards, and Brine Comber just is absurd. So I think it's correct to take this Comber here. Alright, and, well, Lunar Rejection's a really, really decent blue interaction spell, so let's pick it up. Nothing I really care for here. I guess I could go with a Fear of Death. Blood Servitor's not actually unplayable, but I don't think any of these picks matter too much. Spirit or Geist. I think Geist tends to perform a lot better than Spirit, but you don't want too many Geist because they're a 5-drop in a deck that wants to be really low to the ground. So I'm just going to put these here and say that we're probably aiming into blue-white pretty hard. Kessick Flame Breather wield, but there's a low likelihood that we end up in this lane. Yeah, Ceremonial Knife. Blue-white is one of the decks that I mentioned where it's actually just actively good. Just because pumping and evading at the same time, it's just good. And they're non-blood colors. So that's where you want it. Siphon Essence, I don't like Witness the Future that much. Much better instant speed interaction or instant speed draw than sorcery speed. Okay. Circle is a very acceptable card. You ideally play it on a pretty good 3-drop, and you tempo them out. Blue-white's a tempo deck. I think that's a pretty clear pickup. Now, we don't have to be blue-white, but we're blue-white. Let's see. Filler red, good black, filler green, filler white, good white removal. Oh yeah, David, you pick in much the same ways? Well, very good. I've got like 60-ish of these events under my wing, and feel like I've got a pretty good grasp on things. So, and you seem like you have a pretty good grasp on things. You're spotting really good board states, things like that. Making good picks, reading the signals correctly, all that good stuff. So, Aerith's good. We're not deviating from white at this point. So the question is white-blue or white-red. So we're playing white. I think it's best to just go with the Imprisonment over these better red cards, just because we have a higher likelihood to play it. Simple as. We think we're blue. We think blue's open, so hopefully we get rewarded with blue-white, but yeah, we don't hate it as is. So green is not the type of color that I want to pair with white. That deck, green-white is usually very actively bad. We don't have a good entry to making this Outcast good, so that's not in consideration. Wolf Strike is okay from this position. I think I will just take a bad spirit, decent-ish spirit here. Okay. Well, the only cards in this pack are blue and red. The red is okay filler, and Biolume Egg is kind of nuts. Now, we don't have the setup for this egg yet. So we're giving up like a Scattered Thoughts that very well might wield. But egg, if we can get some nice late exploits, like 2 or 3 of them, we're going to be in business. This egg is just such an absurd card. Well, there's a Stitched Assistant, but Quartermaster is pretty dang good. Just buff up all my evasive boys. Yeah. It's got to be that. Unfortunately, we got past that. Yeah, this pack is stacked with exactly what we want. We think blue is open, so I think we can pick up some nice exploiters, and if not, like, we're just dropping an egg. We'll be fine. Cruel Witness is pretty solid for blue-white. I'm getting a little worried about raising the curve a little too much here, but 3/3 flyer looks at the top of your deck. Pretty nice. Late Brambleworm, but all other ships have passed. Oh, wow. Scattered Thoughts and a Thirst? Well, Thirst is just so much better than Scattered Thoughts, so not really close, but wow. What a pickup. Pick 7 on that. I hate Spirit. Think he's so bad, but we're not playing a Siphoned Essence. We're probably not playing a Boarded Window. Like, Boarded Window is pretty alright in a blue-white deck, but, like, it's best of one. We don't have much blood besides this knife, so I guess I'll take the 2-drop. Scattered Thoughts wheeled. I don't care about a Vampire Slayer. So let's just pick that up. And what the heck? I don't think I splash. I probably am not playing 2 Ceremonial Knives. Like, okay. I'll just take that or whatever. I think the Ceremonial Knife was the correct pick, but I just don't think we're really in the mood to play it. Or play a second one, that is. But I would have liked the option. Okay. Have some choices here. Could go for another Imprisonment. Let's look at our removal. Yeah, I think it's just an Imprisonment. Like, hopefully the Stitched Assistant wheels, but yeah, we'll take the Imprisonment. It's just it's our premium removal, that's for sure. Oh, David, you got 50 vows in before your vintage cubing. So yeah, you're a seasoned drafter then. Very nice. Oh, hedging on some fetch lands. Yeah. So when we talk about Aerith, she's actually a good splash just because she's best played late. So okay, here this is a real decision. I don't think Savior is all that good in general. I don't think it's very powerful. Sometimes it wins, sometimes it does a lot of nothing. So I almost feel like taking a Stitched Assistant so I can get this Biolume egg working for me. Is that insane? Am I crazy to pass this up? I just don't like the card. Maybe it just is better. It's a threat they gotta deal with. Yeah, I'll take it. I hate it, but I'll take it. I'm not that insane. On its own, it just in general is better. And we've got like Cruel Witness on 3 power. Yeah, David, you agree. Sometimes it does everything, sometimes it does nothing. And we're a tempo deck, which is kind of where I decided on it. Because sometimes just removing a blocker is all you really need. Now we get a Dorothy. This is a very powerful card. It's a blocker for a long time. It disturbs, races well. It trains. Just, we're definitely getting rewarded in this position. Now, how many disturbed cards do I have? Because I want this Brine Comber to be good, and this is a very real pick here. Nurturing Presence is going to be good with Brine Comber. It's just going to be good in the deck. Stitched Assistant, we could wheel a few of them, and if I get 2, this egg is definitely online. I think I have a higher likelihood of wheeling Presence than I do Stitched Assistant, so I'm picking it. I don't know if that was correct, but that's my pick. Here's an Evolving Wilds. I don't think I'm playing Aerith, but maybe. I could be playing Aerith. I think Alchemist Retrieval is just gonna be too good in this deck. Like Aerith is so good. I need to hit playables. I think I'm just on the safe pick. Maybe I'm crazy, but I'm taking the retrieval. I don't really want any of these. Sure. Okay, Stitched Assistant wheeled. So, wow, all these Wandering Minds are just... Ugh. So, Stitch Assistant wheeled. Now our egg is a lot better. And we've got a few Disturby boys. Nurturing Presence didn't come around? Was this the pack? Ooh, I got punished. Because all the assistants are wheeling. Ah, there we go. Easy. Unfortunately, we didn't get a Lantern Bearer, so our Disturbed is kind of lacking. But I'm in for a Nurturing Presence in this deck still. Yeah, like the card advantage from Aerith, missing both the 1-drops I want in this deck. Yeah, I'm not in a super happy place with this, but I'm in a place with it. Don't really want to remove creatures. Maybe the counterspell just isn't that good in this tap out style of deck. I think... Yeah, I think that's the key. Maybe these Stitchy boys aren't that good. Fleeting Spirit I don't think is that good. It could be playable with this Fear of Death, but we don't really have a lot of Disturby boys to make it happen. So, yeah, David, I think Arena's playing a little hard to get with us tonight. Is that the decks are kind of there, but not quite there. This is certainly an Evolving Wilds deck. The times when you don't want it is whenever you have a lot of the 1-drops that you're talking about. Lantern Bearer, Traveling Minister. But very awkward version of this deck. Maybe Aerith was the correct direction, because it's looking a lot more control-y than tempo-y. But I really hate splashing in this format, because so much of the games are dependent on how much you get on board. So I'm not too sold on going the Aerith direction there. Aerith is quite good. But I generally, if I don't need to be splashing, then I'm probably not going to. Yeah, and I think this is a place where I didn't want to. I've got the Savior on double white, and I think if I had a choice, I'd rather just be on Savior than splashing. And then there's this hand where I still don't have my double white, but this is a good hand. We get to scry, we get to hold up the fort. Yeah. Okay, so so we have a hand. Yeah, that's the thing, is we're in blue, and we have the Scattered Thoughts and the Thirst for Discovery, so I'm in quite a happy place with where we're at. So I could play Savior, and I think I'm going to. Like, sue me, opponent. Like, remove this. You have to. Still gonna be a weird place with Dorothy sacrificing herself, but kind of depends on what the opponent does here. Well, since they did that, I'm definitely just going to well, this looks like an Abrade. So maybe it's better to just Scattered Thoughts at the end of the turn. So next turn I can egg plus infantry. That was quick priority, though. The upside is that I can unflip this by going like this. But maybe I just wait for something bigger. This kind of seems like a Diagraph Scavenger play to me. Okay. I'm passing up. I'm just going to be mana efficient. I think that's the correct play. Wait for him to tap out. So, okay. Opponent wants to keep me off of Savior here. They're representing a Scavenger, so I'm going to take this. And after I can get a bit more on board here, like I'll gladly just get Scattered Thoughts going here. Definitely want the Stitchy Boy. Probably want the Geist. Yeah, in fact, I think this is changing. Yeah, this looks incredibly Scavenger right now. And I mean, if my opponent doesn't do anything, I just drew 2 extra cards. I can play out this 3/3 here and just look for a double spell next turn, like Egg plus Assistant. I don't think I'm in a hurry to deal with this Witch. I want to force them to kind of use their stuff. Do I have creatures in the yard? I might consider exiling my Wanderlight Spirit here. Gets rid of my 4/4. Kind of seems like a bleed dry now, though. I think I'm okay with this now that I've got another way of training. But I'm expecting this to die. But now I'm just going to remove this creature from the yard. I don't think I'm in any hurry to unflip this Witch. Now I'm incredibly up-tempo. So I'll just play this Geist here. And I've gained a lot of tempo from my opponent doing nothing here. No blocks for sure. Okay, well, I'm not going to Dorothy into open mana. It doesn't look like it's Scavenger. So I'm going to just start aggressively savioring here. Oh, okay. Yeah, not even mad at that. Now we'll go ahead and play this Eggy boy out. And I don't even think we need Fierce Retribution. I don't think we need either of these, but I think they're just okay. They're just great. We'll eventually hit our 6th land for that. Like, yeah, just keep these coming. And I think we're in an alright spot. Okay. I need to get my charger while my opponent's making their plays. Okay, so opponents going like that, I don't want to put myself too low, but I just don't see any rush here. Okay, catapult fodder. Okay. So I think one of the ways that they win this game is by catapult foddering here. So I think what it is for me is I'm just going to circle their fodder. Even though this drains, this just burns. Then I'm going to tack in like this. Stitched. Sack. Yeah, I'm keeping that. There's a good chance that it's just gonna give us a good time. So now with our opponent playing how they did, I'm glad that we played kind of conservatively there in the early bits of the game, because now they just have too much that they need to deal with and not enough time to do it. Because next turn, okay, they are gonna get rid of Dorothy, so not super thrilled about that, but not in a bad spot at all. Now, since they did that pre-combat, they don't get to bluff in an attack. So that is okay. Got some weird plays here. Let's see. 1, 2. So this will be 1, 2, 3. So that'll be 5, 8, 12. I think I've got lethal. Got to make sure. Wait, no. It's 11. I think I still want to play this, though. Just go like that, sack it. That's good enough for me. Don't really care for another one. Land is actually super fine. Now, 11. Got 11 here. So no need to attack with Serpent quite yet. Okay. Blood Tithe Harvester? Yes. Blood Tithe Harvester is good, but I don't think it's quite going to do it for the opponent here. I mean, this is a very bizarre attack, but it's quite obviously trying to steal a game from me. So, I mean, obviously the hope for them was that I block like this. Now, let's see, how do I lose this? How do I lose? I think I go ahead and pump this up to a 3-3, and I sack 2 here. I think that's a good play. Tapped wrong. Okay, they have Flame Blessed Bolt, so now 5, that's game. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Stranding 8 mana was everything that game. And that is a thing, like, Savior did quite a bit of work this game. So, thank you on the well played. But, yeah, opponent... That's the reason why I said in those previous games, last draft, that it's so bizarre, like, playing around counters in blue or playing around whatever they do. Because whenever you wait to respond to their play, and then all of a sudden they have scattered thoughts, you're just so far behind that what do you do now? But, yeah, definitely a win because of the stranded mana. Ugh. Nurturing Presence is quite a bit worse without your 1-drops. So... I'm not too happy about this hand, but it's not one that I'm going to push away. Well, at least I got this Fleeting Spirit. Make them not want to attack here. It's not bad. Okay. I mean, I will probably just trade with whatever it is they play. They might just be on the aggressive because they don't want to trade that. I'm just gonna Stitched Assistant here. 3-2 is worth something on this board, so no exploitation. We're just curving out. Maybe eventually Savior does something. Huh. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so I think I want to attack with this 3-2, see how they handle it. Kind of just seems like a pump spell. I don't think that they should pump there, but kind of what it seemed like. Now I'll just play a Cruel Witness, and hopefully we get some plays going by looking for our good. Yeah, this card is destroying me tonight. Like, it's always there. Why? Why do all my opponents tonight have this? I think I've played against 3 or 4 times. That's so bizarre. Okay. Well, I think I'm on... They have 3 mana open, which is just the worst. But I think I have to, like... I think I have to Nurturing Presence up this Fleeting Spirit and punch in. I think I need them to not have anything, and... this is just a very bad place to be at. Oh, that was a very good card. I'll keep that. Strands all these white good cards in my hand, but quite happy. I'm gonna go ahead and Ceremonial Knife up. I lose out a trigger here, but I should get a blood now. I don't even think my record against Wedding Announcement is that bad. I think it's pretty actively good. Chooses that. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. Okay, so they get to draw a card instead. They're mono green mana. It would have been so good if I... Okay. I mean, I don't even know. Like, sure. Yeah. I'm not racing. I guess I'm just slurping up one of these. Yeah, I did win against it. It was pretty good. Um, just slurp up one of their boys. Not sure why they didn't attack with the... Oh, because they want to replay the Brambleworm, yeah. Okay. Okay, they have something. I could discard this Geist. It's the only playable card in my hand, but... I think... I've got very few ways of winning this. I think I need to save this to make it work. So, I'm probably just getting rid of this Herrenbless Geist. Like, I just need to draw some heat. Is kind of all it comes down to. I don't actually know if it's possible to win. Okay. Okay, well, that was an interesting turn. Not sure what was going on there, but Egg's not the worst draw, I guess. Yeah, I need both of these, don't I? I don't think Evolving Wilds is good enough. I need to imprison this Brambleworm. Like, I think that's just where I'm at. So, we're grinding. We're grinding. I think the bounce on the worm was super questionable, but I think it's what we had to do, and I think kind of now we're seeing like why I had to do it. Attack with both? Yeah, I think I'm just taking that. I don't want to discard either of these cards. Like, the question here is, do I need to have double white to win? I think the answer is yes. Not sure. There's a very good case for getting rid of a Quartermaster. But we don't have to make that choice quite yet. I guess the Spirit can train the Savior. So it's very possible I'm supposed to trade here with it. But I'm doing okay at this point. I can take two, see what my opponent plays, and kind of gauge myself that way. What? Like, Savior's not even good anymore. I can never get up tempo enough to attack and have it survive. Okay, that's a Plains. That's a Dorothy. Guess I'm putting that there. And maybe making another 3 power, dude? I don't even know. I do not even know. I guess these are the only 2 real choices. Yeah, opponent just has a lot of good in a few different directions. Like I'm definitely having an uphill battle here. They just get free attack with the Edgar and the Apprentice Sharpshooter. I'm very close to just double blocking this, like... In fact, I think that's what I'm doing. Like, I need this double block to happen if I'm going to win. Like, this is a good point. Like, should we scoop? Well, let's think about how we win. Always that question about how do I win. I think this has to go through for me to win. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Not even mad. Let's see, what am I doing here? I need this as a blocker. I don't think I can... It's not bad. Let's see. I'm blocking with this for sure, so... Let's just equip there, I think. Okay. I don't even hate where I'm at, but Edgar is just such a card to deal with. It's just not very good for me on this board at all. Just like that. I mean, I have to block. Certainly. Maybe I Fierce Retribution it. Nah, I think holding Fierce is probably the better play. Question is, do I sack the Fleeting Spirit or just trade off for this turn? It's such a losing play to have to block Edgar. Maybe I need these creatures and I want to Fierce this turn. I don't know. I can't let him do anything here. I guess I'll block like that. And I'm just going to... I'm going to blast him. It really needed to be an imprisonment. I think I just need these creatures, unfortunately. You are not a bad card. I guess I have used most of my white. I want to get some more information here. I need another playable to turn it back. I don't think that does what the opponent thinks it does, but yeah, I don't. Think I want to keep that. But what does it even do in this situation? Does it do enough? I'm not convinced that it does enough. Guess it kills a token. I think I want to attack in for 3. This might be a close game. Oh, it does permanently exile it? Okay. I definitely heard otherwise, but this is going to be a good attack for me. I'll trade Dorothy. I'll eat the Weaver. Don't think I'm trading Stitchy Boy. Maybe I am. Trade Stitchy Boy. Oh, you think bouncing the 7/6 was better? Yeah, I think bouncing the 7/6 was pretty good. But I just think I really need to get rid of all those resources my opponent has. Unfortunately, they get to eat my Dorothy out of the yard, but I got a couple blood tokens. I'm not really in the worst of positions considering what we're facing down. Yeah, I was definitely under the impression that he would have made it. Stitchy Boy is not bad. Now, the question is, how do I proceed here? I need to be racing, but I can't race. Maybe I'm crazy and I put the Fleeting Spirit as a 5/2. I threaten the blood activation into... Oh. Yeah. That might have been a little silly. I should have attacked with this Quartermaster now, too. Yeah, I messed that turn up a lot. Now they get free attack. I can't trade away this Quartermaster. I should have attacked with it as well. We'll put on a little more pressure. Edgar's coming back soon. I at least get to look through a lot of my cards here. Yeah, David, I caught it a little too late. Oh, wait, well, actually, no. Both couldn't have gone in. Well, ooh, what? This might be the line that, well, I have to draw the Brian Comer. So let's draw it. And then let's draw planes here. Can hold this back. Chump the 2/2. As long as I play, or chump the 3/3s. As long as I play a briny boy here. I guess I'm attacking in for 5 here. I need this Quartermaster to hold back the 2/2. I don't think they block in any world here. Yeah. Okay. Now I have to play the Brian Comer. I'm dead to a lot of things, but I don't think things... Yeah, Edgar comes back. He's gonna have summoning sickness, right? Oh, no. How does this work? He doesn't have summoning sickness. Okay, so I'm just dead on board, right? Yeah. Okay, well, first time I played against, well, not the first time I played against Edgar, but... Alright, that was a close game. I misplayed quite a bit. Not too happy about that, but, yeah, Edgar comes back. God, what just an awful game for us. Yeah, it was a very tough one. Oh my god, and that was only a second game. It was a tough one. It was a definite grinder. That's for sure. I'm trying to think here. Trying to think kind of, different lines. Obviously, I needed to hold back a little more, but I don't think that changes too much. It gives me better blocks with the 5/2, that's for sure. But Edgar and Wedding announcement, I mean... I think our play lines were pretty good considering those two cards. Is that bronze? It's a little bizarre. Oh, well, that's an unkeepable hand. I don't feel like I have enough, don't feel like I have enough going on here to justify just the one removal. Wow. Yeah, this is a hand. I'm just gonna get rid of the Lunar Rejection so we can just, do busted things. There's even the... Ooh. There's a greedy line of putting the planes away because we're going to scry 2 on turn 3, and we don't need a 4th land. Ooh. Is that correct? Is the greedy line correct? Call me crazy, but I think this is actually the correct. Because we have scry 2. I think scry 2 is going to do a lot for this hand. Oh, you go greedy line every time? I mean, it is limited, like... Oh, yeah. It is limited, so, like... The way I see it is you have to hit certain breakpoints. Like, you have to hit a breakpoint of enough power to apply pressure or deal with pressure, right? And this hand functions on 3 lands. So a 2 keep is really not that bad, and looks like my opponent's having a bit of a bad start here. Yeah, this is definitely not the start you want. They're not in board wipe colors, so... Yeah, that's also a very good consideration, is Dorothy gives me a lot of extra time to hit those extra lands. That is for sure. And now we just get to put all the lands to the bottom. Opponent didn't play any creatures on 3, so I'm almost willing to throw away this circle. I think circle is not where we want to be right now. I don't think I need to hurry Dorothy up. I mean, there is the argument that this opens up Bleed Dry to killing Dorothy and us losing our value, but it's equally more... In fact, I think it might be more likely that opening up Scavenger to get us by attacking with Dorothy is equally, if not more likely. Okay. So that's there's nothing to worry about here. Okay, so the question now is, do I want to Cruel Witness so that next turn I can potentially go Infantry plus Assistant and just kind of win? It's not a bad thought. I don't think it's a great thought either. I think I'm in for it. I think I'm in for Cruel Witness. I don't think there's any reason to be forcing too much aggression here. Like, we still have a Stitched Assistant next turn, can search for the next land, feel pretty good. Then we're just interaction and a billion power on board. I like this line a lot more. Now they get to attack in, maybe even lifelink. I don't think they should lifelink yet, but... Opponents gotta do them. They do need to sack a blood, though. Okay. Could double block, but that doesn't leave us in too good of a position. And now for me, I think I go, I think I'm attacking in with Dorothy. I think I'm 100% racing on this board. So I'll start with this. Maybe it's better to not give them more information, but if this is a plains, it'll be perfect. It's not a bad card, but it's not really what I want, right? I don't need it, is the funny part. Ah. I think this is a solid attack. It turns on Scavenger, so it could be a little loose, so to speak. But I don't hate it. we can put a lot of pressure on the opponent next turn with a Dorothy activation and this 4/4. So if they tap out in a loose way, I'm totally okay. Okay, just a Grizzly Ritual. Totally fine. I think I punished myself a few turns ago. It really might just be like rejection on Socialite. Maybe even main phase. So that I can look for a land and actually get it this turn. Alright, fine. Because I do want to be hitting lands, like... God. Maybe I'm just playing way too greedy here. But I don't think I want that. I think I just want to maintain the positive tempo. There is maybe I should have held that for the wedding invitation activation. But I think we're doing quite nicely now. Brian Comer, yes, please. Absolutely. So, okay. David, you thought I should have passed it to them with that up? I mean, it's very fair. I'm just of a mindset that one of the few ways I lose this game is that I don't draw enough lands and I end up with stranded cards. Now, was that necessarily correct? I'm not too convinced. And now we have lethal. Now we win. Okay. Not missing anything? Nope. Okay. Don't care. All right. So, we got it. Looks like opponent misplayed. Yeah, that might have been their time to use it. I agree. I think the wedding invitation, holding on to it there, might have been a little greedy just because I made it very clear that I'm not interested in trading. I'm interested in racing. And I've got a Dorothy that can kind of get it done, and I'm blue, so I can do a lot of tempo plays to make sure it happens. So yeah, the game potentially could look different. We definitely hit our up tempo there, though. Brian Comer to block the menace creatures. Definitely hit into a good place. Happy I looked for the lands so aggressively, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's worth thinking about whether or not I should have taken the value or taken the aggressive line to get to the good tempo. The importance of hitting land drops to maintain tempo, that is an interesting concept. Very interesting idea. Now, this, I'm never going to throw this away. It's playable. Without Circle, this hand gets pretty sketch. But I do like where I'm at. Entomber is perfectly okay. I don't think it's a good 2-drop. I usually don't think it's where you want to be at in general. But, okay, yeah, they're just looking for their land drops. Well, I'm just gonna slam a Wanderlight Spirit. I have never had a deck where this is actively good. Tried playing it early in the format. I was like, it doesn't feel good, it doesn't look good. But, okay. So, we've definitely got a game here. Question is if I want to be the aggressor or not. Usually against blue-red, they're good at racing. Don't think I'm going to lose if I do this. Now, the question is, do I main phase the Scattered Thoughts to push through, to push it through past counters? I don't exactly know. I think getting it countered so I can resolve a Heron Blessed Geist is probably pretty good. So yeah, let's attack in. I've got lots of things that can deal with this 2-1. I can stonewall it in a turn or two. They'll probably Scattered Thoughts in the main phase, honestly, so that they can hit their land drops. Because they're all action, right? Cruel Witness, okay. I'm just gonna Scattered Thoughts now. Okay. Alrighty. What a hand. Or a couple of draws. Okay, so I don't think there's any choice here. I think it's just Heron Blessed Geist, and we feel pretty good about it. Opponent does have a lot of cards that they want to discard. I guess the irony is if I would have circled this, like, they just would have had an unplayable hand for the foreseeable future. I think they go ahead and -2 that up, but they still can't attack with the Cruel Witness. So, I'm not sure what this attack accomplishes right now. It's okay. It's not the worst. It's free value that they used. Got to keep a card on top, but yeah, it didn't open up any attacks for him, that's for sure. I'm very close to just sacking this right now. But there's also the case that I want to be making blood tokens right now. And I guess I can do both. Because these blood tokens are going to be so good. I'll go ahead and attack. Confirm my blood. I think I'm just sacrificing this Heron Blessed Geist now. I'll get my value from it later, for sure. 3/2 is not even a terrible blocker on this board, honestly. Or attacker. I kind of just straight up want that. Like, that's a good card. Gonna hold back the Wandering Mind for a while. I'm gonna take 5 here. Maybe get to circle something. I actually like this deck. I feel like I can attrition them pretty good. Now, the real question is if this is just going to be a Hull Breaker, because this hand doesn't deal with Hull Breaker. Do not just pass. Okay, it's not just a pass. Okay. I don't think I actually want that. I think my opponent knows it too. I don't really want that. Probable Dancer. Eh. So let's see. I want to play this, that, and I want to equip my Drogskull infantry, I think, with this. Okay, so game is unfortunately slipping away from my control here. Question is if I wanna make the blood token here. Some to say for circling the Lancer. Yeah, maybe circling the Lancer may have been a little better. Yeah, just take 6 here. Circle's so good on the Lancer, though. Yeah, I should have played Circle and... Oh, I couldn't. Okay, so that's why it wasn't popping out to me. I think we take 1 big hit here. But that was a little bit of a weird turn for sure. Circle's just too good on the Lancer. Scattered Thoughts, huh? Now the question is how I want to approach this, because attacking with these two onto the Scabby Boy, or imprisoning the Scabby Boy, is pretty okay on this position. It's a little more aggressive than maybe I should go for. But I get to, like, Heron plus Sigardas here. And attack in. Okay. I'll go for it. I guess I'm playing into an alchemist's retreat. Or retrieval, whatever. Okay, I'll go Herrenbless Geist. I don't know. Was that right? I guess I should have attacked in with that, but then that means, well... Yeah, I missed 1 point of damage. I guess I can use all my mana pretty efficiently, so I might just want to island and end a turn make efficient mana here. Yeah. Yeah, Scab, you wanted to attack into Comer. That is pretty true. I don't know. I guess I did choose the greediest line of all time. Yeah, I'm losing the race pretty handedly. I'm at a point where... Okay, they are telling me they don't have a trick. Alright. There we go. There we go. We're getting opponent. Getting him good. Oh, well, that's awkward. Alright. Oh, we only used one? I guess I could start by trying to get this Brine Comer. It plays into Pillar, or Bolt, Flameblessed Bolt. Plays into Flameblessed Bolt pretty badly. But I don't hate it. And I don't think they have Flameblessed Bolt. So, I'm gonna aggressively go for it. If they have bounce, like, I'm perfectly okay with that. Now I attack in, I Cruel Witness. Okay. I'll play the Cruel Witness out. They can either counter it or draw a card here. Jesus Christ. That's an amalgam. Now they attack with both. What do I do here? Yeah, this is obscenely bad. Overcharged amalgam. Ugh. I think I'm on chumping. I don't know. I don't feel like I can win if I'm just chumping here, but I feel like they have way too much action for me to just go quad block on this. I think... I do think I have to do this, and if they have something, eh. But I don't think they had something last turn. So, there's hope. There's definitely hope. Overcharged Amalgam was definitely one of the last on my list. of what to expect this game. There's a fleeting spirit, of course there is. Am I really about to circle on this Stincia? The Stincia, dude? So I just have to keep my opponent off of 13. Yeah, I do like my draw here. But curse of me. Oh. God dang it, opponent. I mean, I'm using retrieval on this Curse of Hospitality, and then I lose. Like, that's game. Like, I can't do that. They just make one, and at the beginning of the stack... I can't let them draw a billion cards either. God dang it, I'm getting got by this card. Nice stacks of cards. I think I have to make them misplay here. Like I bounce the curse. If they see lethal, okay, whatever. If they don't, I've got a shot. Okay. All right. Yeah, this one slipped away. Where did I go wrong? Like, I guess... Yeah, I made an aggressive, I made an aggressive removal on the Diver Scab when I should have done on the Crab, but honestly, Amalgam beat us. Amalgam into Stincia, like, what the hell? There's not a whole lot I can do about that. I mean, there is, but... That's Crimson Vow. Sometimes your opponent plays a card and you just can't do anything about it. Now, if this were best of 3, I think I might bring in my counter against them. Not sure I had enough pressure to kill before 13 permanents. Yeah, I don't think I could have pressured them at all. In fact, the way I did that was the most pressure way, but it wasn't super great. But yeah, would have had a better shot if I dealt with their flyer, that's for sure. Maybe I would have won even. Alright. Bad use of removal. I agree. So this is a curve. I think it's quite good. I don't think they'll trade here. But I'm gonna feel stupid if they do. They have a blood fountain, so they might be thinking that they're gonna do it. I'm not risking that. Like, if it was an event where I could depend on like a certain like maybe mannerisms in which people play, then I think there's a decent likelihood that I would have felt more confident attacking there. But in Crimson Vow, I think MTGA, I think I'm just good with taking that safe route. Of course, this is pretty obvious, like, my opponent was gonna bait out the target here. Ooh. So luckily we have the answer for that. I don't even need to bounce it, because I can just go Quartermaster. Like that. And we're not losing any value here. But now I just get the token for free. Scary when the opponent aggressively trades or aggressively chumps like that. Like, they definitely have the green-black thing going on here. Okay, well, this is just a good time to go ahead and bounce this, get in for a billion, exploit this so that I can train up next turn. They can't tap out anymore. Yeah. Opponent was in a lot of trouble there. And again, Savior either does everything or does nothing. Three and two. Ugh. What a place to be at. I'm not going to throw the hand away. I wish I had a 2-drop, but not too choosy here. At least we've got some free exploiters here. Another quick blood fountain. Represent the syncopate. Opponent has to hit their lands. So, everyone hit F in the chat for opponent. If they had their land, though, why did they reckless this early? That didn't add up too much to me here. So I think this is a pretty easy brine comber here. And I'm offering up the trade. Like, they might have Diregraph Scavenger, but I'm readily winning this race. So okay, that's not so bad here. I'm gonna go ahead and get really aggressive. And we're really far ahead. I think opponent actually had a very significant chance of... Ooh, Watcher stacks up poorly for me. Punished a little for not... for not putting the knife here as a block. But I think I actively want to Cruel Witness on this board. Maybe I even want to throw away. No, I don't want to Stitched Assistant now of all times. I think I am just attacking in with my 1/1s. And Heron Blessed Geist, I don't know why. I forgot this is a 3/3 creature for 5, so I'll gladly play this here now. That increases my clock in the air, it trades off. Yeah, if they play it right, this is a game changer. Yeah, this is huge. That Ballista Watcher is brutal. Like, they just need to pass the turn and annihilate my board. Yeah, okay. That they did. So there's some neat things I can do here. I guess I can Blood. I can try to play one of these. That doesn't really do anything. Okay, so we're kind of both down on resources here. I'm gonna go ahead and go to attacks here. Yep. Yep. I think I'm actually looking to pitch here. There's a few ways I could go about this. I could Stitched Assistant, sack the 1/1 since it's not very good on this board, and then equip up the infantry for a block or a crackback. I don't hate it. But maybe just a couple of 3/3 flyers are more important here. Yeah, a couple of 3/3 flyers are more important. That's a hit. Okay. Cruel Witness it up. Pass the turn. There's another impulse, and it's a good one. Yeah, I agree, David. Playing the flyer was more important, for sure. It's a little rough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now I am just a little low here. Little low of lethal. I think I'm just taking it, not chumping. I don't need to chump here. I don't want to equip up this turn. I know that much. I guess attacking with all is correct here. I've got removal and 2 blockers. Gonna be using all of my mana in this turn. I need to really push the damage. I don't even think that... Am I sacking anything? I guess I'm sacking the 1/1 here. I've got Knife to make this lethal. It kind of opens me up in a few places, but they need to aggressively race me, and I've got a Fierce Retribution. I want my card here. The 1/1 has done a lot of work. He's done enough. We're good. Oh, you think I keep it just because it threatens this? Threatens like a 2-turn clock no matter what. Yeah, I mean, I respect that. I think it was pretty close in value, honestly. Okay, so they're not attacking into anything. They're representing a lot. Well, this is it's pretty easy. I just go Quartermaster, put on the Witness, and I guess the Stitched Assistant. Maybe the Drog Skull to get around anything else. This way I get to get on board, and I get to pump the Witness. Okay. Did have something. Am I dead? I'm very close to dead. Oh my god. I'm not quite dead, but I'm very close. Oh, you think the game is over before the card I get matters? Yeah, that's fair. If they have removal, well, they might not be able to play it at the same time. Yeah, I might have even considered not playing this Quartermaster here. It develops plus. It develops plus pushes through that extra damage I like. His opponent not gonna ballista. Up. Oh. I mean, I think I have to block here. Okay. Kind of seems like a desperation. A desperation hit there. I mean, they have to have something here. And they don't. So, yeah. A 1/1 evader on the board might have done quite a bit. It's just so soft to that ballista wielder that I almost feel like 2 cards deep is just something I want, but we did not have a lot of mana to make all our actions go through. So I wonder if they had Sure Strike. Yeah, it kind of seemed like it. It seemed like they were like, well, dead on board, but the opponent might, they're like, the opponent might slip up here. So it wouldn't surprise me. That's like an extra 5 damage on its own. It takes a lot to make me mulligan. Like, this is not a great hand. It's a playable hand, but usually playable is all I'm looking for. So, I'm not against keeping this hand. It's just like 1 or 2 more action cards off from being quite solid. Taxidermist. Oh god. Well, I'll play out this spirit first. It's a pretty good start. I'm not liking this game right now. This is not looking good. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh my god. That is so beautiful. Want them to attack with both here. Oh, they're playing around Fierce Retribution. Well, I'm going to save a point. Deny them a mana. Do a nifty little time walk here. Oh, I don't need to do that pre-combat. Jesus. I mean, I was asking for it to happen like this, but come on. I don't even think the Stitched Assistant is that good on board. I think I'm literally going Stitched and sack him. But I definitely wanted to... I mean, it's a card, but I don't think it does a whole lot on this board. It gets rid of this Taxidermist, but they already have their triple lands. I guess it could keep them off a double spell. But it just feels like we've got Brine Comer, we've got Egg, we've got things that we need to get done to get some value going. So I'm with putting that to the bottom. Pretty beautiful. Imprisonment's better. But yeah, I definitely wanted to do that after they declared attacks so that they didn't have to choose between 2 damage and playing something, even though they almost certainly would just... they would never not choose the 2 damage. So it is a little silly of a thought, but... Okay. So opponents wanted to dodge some stuff here. I'm about to take a fat hit. Ugh. Say, it's very gross. So I could take 9. I guess I race pretty well that way. Can play a Stitched Assistant, threaten to trade with the Weaver. Yeah, I don't think I trade the 3/3 here, even though it makes a bunch of stuff. Yeah, so that's a pretty good one. Now it's a 2-turn clock. This is in a tall tree. Nah, we good. I definitely want to get the ball rolling on exiling that. Question is what order I want to do it in. I think I need to deny an attack here. So I'll go like that. They could exploit it, whatever. But, yeah, this is a little bit of a rough game. A few removal spells later, and I'm in a pretty nasty spot. I guess they could just have removal right now. They can have removal right now, and I'm just dead, but... I think this is how I win here. Okay. I mean... Oh, what am I doing? Do I preserve the most life? Probably. Yeah. I mean, if they have the trample trick, I'm just dead. But... Scabby boy. This gives me outs. Right? Maybe it didn't give me outs. But now I'm on outs. That's an out. I'm just waiting for, like, a witch's web. I mean, I guess I'm playing this out. Like, whatever. I got nothing else to do. I guess I could represent something. Oh, yeah, you're right. I do have to play out the Stitched Assistant. Peepo hands. Yeah. Yeah, I actually wouldn't have... I wouldn't have actually seen that. Or, I was gonna play it anyways, but... But there is no represent this or represent that. Ooh. I mean, play to your outs. I don't think it was correct to block with the 3/3 flyer. But it was sketchy. I don't think it was correct to hold it back for a block. But it, too, was sketchy. We just had to draw, like, a creature there. But we also had the Exploiter, so it wasn't, like, really impossible to draw a creature. But Quartermaster, maybe we had to draw a Quartermaster. Yeah, well, we're a luck sack now. Not turn this hand away, but... Eh. Yeah, I'm not, like, gonna say that it was the only out, but I think it was the only out. Oh, thanks. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I count as... Oh my god. I don't know if I actually count as a whale. I kind of want to play this Wanderlight Spirit, but it just gets so sketch. Like, I feel like I have to Fierce Retribution. I could just play Stitch Assistant to try and trade with this Harvester. It just feels like I'm losing if I hold up Fierce Retribution. God, I hate white removal in this set. So bad. I guess I'll play us out as a blocker. I am not racing a 3-2. But yeah, I don't think I count as a whale, but I did good in the last 2 arena opens, so... So I just have a bunch of gems. I love these in particular. I have them in real life as well. I just like them a lot. Not so much for the black and white effects necessarily, but I quite like their art a lot. So let's see. I think I'm starting off with a Biolume egg here, at least. And I'm not sure if I'm going to equip the Ceremonial Knife. I don't even know if I want this Savior. Like, do I want this Savior? It's very questionable. But I guess it is just going to start winning on this board. I think I want the Quartermaster first, but I do think I want both of them. We're playing a attrition-y game. That's where Savior is good at, in attrition. So, I think I'm keeping both of those. I'll attack in here. Maybe there too. Because I'm not desperately holding on to my Biolume egg. And I'm representing this pretty hard. I'm gonna go to damage. Now I'm gonna kill this. I just think I need to be maintaining good mana momentum on this. Yeah, one of the reasons I love Magic so much is the art, for sure. This is awkward, for sure. I'll go ahead and Angelic Quartermaster on the egg and the spirit, I guess. Maybe Stitchy Boy. Stitchy Boy still trades with this, though. It's not like it's great. I can't attack with it. I guess I'll make this a scarier attacker. Possibly starts doing a thing with Savior. But yeah, the alt art for Solemn Simulacrum, Davidtron, I don't think I've seen that quite. The question is do I actually want to attack with this now that they can't hold up Blood Fountain this turn? Oh my god. Oh god. I am screwed. Yeah, let's attack with the 4-3. We have a good attack on the 4-3 now. Let me see. Solemn Simulacrum. Okay, well, at least I know that Savior is going through now. Oh, wow. It's that one. I've seen that one before. Full on art. Yeah, that's, wow, that looks so good. Okay, so opponent's going like this. Guess I'm cracking that. Yeah, it didn't change much. Think I'm going to exile the Harvester, and we have positive tempo here. So we can actually win this unless they have another removal spell. I have to get rid of this Blood Tithe Harvester. Now they have no blocks. And if they play Toxgrill, then we can actually kill it. Yeah, one of the reasons I love Magic so much is just the art is just so respectable and good. In general, I think it's gone a little bit south in the past years compared to before, but that's not saying much. Just Flame Blessed Bolt, we dodged a bullet there. Okay, Savior did it. I had a Toxgrill in hand, and that was that was scary. Toxgrill ain't nothing. But that's just because Magic has just such a long legacy of really good art. And one of the things that I don't like in recent years about it, though, is that it seems like they hold the best art for all art premiums, and then the main sets usually get a little shafted. Oh yeah, OG paintings, like a lot of the all of the different styles in old Magic. I think most of it was oil, but I don't know exactly. I do a little watercolor, and that's about it. This is a big keep. This is definitely a big keep here. Only got better, so yeah, I think we're gonna have a good time this game. I think one of my favorite arts that stuck with me, and it's probably just because of when I started. So I could egg and try and set up some action next turns, but I don't see a reason why Braincomber's not too bad. Maybe it's because I'm worried about Bolt. So I want to choose a better time. Yeah, I'll go ahead and set up an egg here. I don't think I need infantry. I think it's not bad. But I think I just want to dig with this Stitched Assistant. But what do you call it? Hypnotic Spectre and Hell's Caretaker just sit with me. I wouldn't even be surprised if they're by the same artist. They look like oil to me. But, yeah, Tron, David Tron. Yeah. I love how watercolor can look. I don't even blame you. Yeah, we're gonna put that away. I guess a consideration for keeping the 2-drop was Braincomber into 2-drop is pretty good, but I don't even see, like... Yeah, that is probably a better play than, like, a Heron or a Quartermaster yet. But playing a Heron's pretty good on this board also. Alright, so unfortunately for the opponent, and yeah, we've got a good turn 6 play. Removal, that. I could even just attack in with the Serpent and see what happens. Let's see. Go to attacks at least. I don't think there's a need to rush. I'll just wait till their mana is spent up, because holding things up is not going to win the game for them. I don't need to hurry here. I don't need to make their fight spells good. Yeah. Now I get value from this later. Yeah, let's go. That's going to be good. Yeah, I don't need to help make their fight spells or their pump spells any better. Okay, now there's an expert. That was pretty good against me, I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully they get aggressive and attack. Yeah, they're not going to. Yeah, poor me. So let's see. Could Quartermaster up. That's not doing a whole lot. I think I want to Briny Boy and then Imprison on this. That sets me up next turn for getting some more 1/1s, and eventually we get to cast this Quartermaster, and it's just gonna be great. Now the question is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If this was a basic land, I'd attack in with Dorothy now. It'd be time. But as is, I don't think I'm going to. Stitched Assistant attack is not terrible, but I don't think it's good. Oh, Bitter Blossom right up my alley? You'd be right. I even like the Secret Lair version. Like, I'm not getting into like the whole is Secret Lair good or bad for the game, but I like that rendition quite a bit. 7th edition Wrath of God. Before stopping for about 15 years. Yeah, let's see. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I actually had it. It was the one where it's like the best way to describe it is the White Damnation. Even though it came before Damnation. Feels a little weird to say, but... Ooh. I'll make this block. That's exactly the trade I want to make. Trample over, bro. Yeah, the White Damnation. It's, that one is amazing. I love it. Well, could have got all the value off of Dorothy. And I think I'm pretty close to getting all the value. Because I go Evolving Wilds, and then I have 7. And I go 8. Yeah. We're about to get very aggressive. I'll go ahead and play this hair. Well, I guess there's things I need to play around. So let's attack in for 4 and 1. Because, see, this just seems like a Vampire's Vengeance to me. But, I mean, I'm going to go for the Heron Blessed Geist. I don't think there's a way I'm not going for the Heron Blessed Geist. And then we'll Evolving Wilds. Get an island so we can sacrifice more. But yeah, I'm trying to think. There were a couple of cards from my very first booster packs. When I started, I used to get nothing but intro theme decks, rather. So I didn't buy boosters for a while. It wasn't until core sets because people were like, it's a simple thing and it uses traditional tropes like goblins and burn and all that. And I was like, okay, I'll go for that. So I bought the core set boosters around the time. I think it was 7th or 6th edition. Pulled a Wrath of God. Some bad white spell that gained a bunch of life. And can't remember what else. But a lot of the original core set art, or the older core set art, I just thought they were so beautiful. So, I'm not sure what's in store for me here. But I think I'm going to just make a couple of 1/1s big. Or bigger. And it's green-red, so I think I'm going to tack in with Brinecomber. Like, opponent does not want to make that trade. Okay, Wolf Strike, yeah. I don't think that's winning, but it's probably the play for them. Their plan is pretty set here. If they want to save this 1/1, I am totally game. I'll play a Wonderlight Spirit, plays around, let's see. There's a lot of older art that I still love, that I hear a lot of people say is bad. But it could be nostalgia, but I'm leaning towards just good art. Force of Will, one of those cards. Yeah. I think there's like a very brief period that people usually say like these are some bad arts. And they're usually referring to the really, really old Magic where it was kind of like, it was less D&D type flavor and more of like a lot of wacky tropes put together. A lot of... it reminds me of Morrowind. If you play any Elder Scrolls, reminds me a little bit of Morrowind. How weird early Magic was, but yeah, Force of Will is one of those dividers, but I think it's quite good. I'm not sure it's okay, this should just be game here. Put it on you. Yeah, I like the original Force of Will art. It's not clear. It's not clear exactly that it's a blue card, I think is what throws people off. Oh yeah, nice 7 winner. Absolutely. Yeah, I wasn't exactly certain that this was gonna go the distance. But Savior ended up being quite good most of the times that we had it. Ceremonial Knife was an all-star. Blue-white, it's just good there. Fleeting Spirit sucked. We lost when we drew him. But yeah, just a nice deck that worked together. We had to get lucky a few times in there, but I'm not gonna give the opponent any any consideration here, because a lot of them were playing really mean cards against us, really powerful cards that I couldn't deal with.